still getting cut.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, we're on some other shit now. We're on some other shit now. Hold on, let me put my seatbelt on so I don't get incriminated by myself.
I know, right? Perhaps I should do the same.
We're on some Andrew Tate shit now.
Oh my god, Andrew Tate shit? Let's hear it, man.
Hey, man. Love the message he gives.
Andrew Tate?
Of course, maybe some shit he says is a little bit misogynistic.
Okay, like what?
Of course, the fact that he says like women should be in the kitchen.
When did he say that?
He never said that specifically, right?
Sounds like you're just saying it. You're just putting words in his mouth so you can say that, but
we're not gonna say it specifically.
Okay.
But of course, like through
we're gonna say it subliminally.
Subliminally and through the feminist society, that's what they think. That's what I mean by that.
All right.
Right? What I take by Andrew Tate and how he speaks and how he thinks is like this guy speaks to men who are disaffected.
Like you and me, I guess.
No, I wouldn't say disaffected men. I would say he speaks to all men.
Okay.
Right?
He doesn't speak to women? I think he speaks to a lot of women, doesn't he?
Well, in a sense, it depends on if women take it as face value.
I guess.
It's a very specific thing, right? Like how he says things.
What is he saying? That's what I'm asking you. It's hard to get to the heart of this. Like, what he seems to be saying a lot.
What he says is chastity.
Okay.
And like being pure is very important. Like that is like it is very important.
So are you saying that Andrew Tate was like a virgin when he's not even married? I'm pretty sure, but
I don't know. We
or is he saying that specifically for women?
We don't know whether it's true.
How do we know? What do we know? What has he said?
So a woman's body count does somewhat dictate her life. Am I wrong or am I right?
I think you're wrong. Like
they
dictate her life to what extent? Like say you're a woman and you want to go get a job at like a McDonald's, let's say. Do they ask you body count on your resume?
No, obviously you're right.
To what extent is this dictating
No, obviously you're right in that extent, right? Like you see the thing is with society, it's like you can pull and push and do whatever you want to make things coincide to your agenda.
Okay, I get
right.
That,
like I'm not saying that you have an agenda.
But if you're saying like this body count dictates her life to a certain extent, like what area does it dictate her life in?
Her marriage life, of course.
In what sense?
What kind of man does she want to find? What kind of person does she want to find in her life that's going to feel like they're comfortable with her and love her fulfillingly and like do all the things that are necessary to do to love her?
And you think like somebody who has a girl who has a higher body count indicates what?
It indicates a lot of unfulfillment.
She's not fulfilled by like what, the dick she's getting?
No, not even that. It's a lot of different aspects. It could be money, it could be personality wise, it could be, obviously it could be money, 100%, but it could be a lot of things.
So are you saying that like girls who don't fuck as many guys just like settle for less, or what are you saying?
No,
I'm not sure like what you're trying to say. Like
what do you mean by that?
I'm not
girls who settle for less. Like what do you mean by girls who settle for less?
Because you're saying like the girls who have a high body count are always unfulfilled, right? Yeah. So like why are they unfulfilled? And the ones who have lower body counts feel fulfilled. Okay. Like what are they fulfilled
So
with?
The girls with higher body counts, they're always going for guys that suit. Okay. So me and you, can we say we're medium good-looking guys?
Medium good-looking guys, sure.
Or whatever.
I feel like I'm probably below medium, but
below medium, whatever, right? So these girls think they're at the standard, so they go for these guys at the standards. Correct?
Sure.
But there are more women than men currently right now in the world.
Sure. True.
Right?
Yes.
So there are more women to go around than men. So technically, men have the advantage in the dating world.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? And like I'm not trying to
I guess you can't argue those stats, technically.
I'm not talking shit, I'm not saying anything. So technically men have the advantage, right?
100%.
So why are women going for the top 5% of men when there are enough of us? that are willing to do the same shit, just we're not rich.
I think there's an obvious answer to that. It's like, there doesn't need to be a one-to-one pairing. Do you get that? So, like,
but
if there's, like, 5% of men who just have, like, you know, massive cocks and can fuck for 3 hours straight, why would women not just, like, take turns fucking that guy instead of, like, just going for, like...
That's also the thing.
Right? It's not like the guy can only fuck one person and then they expire or whatever.
That's the thing. It's
not
like,
bees.
Sure. Women can fuck this guy, but women are inherently monogamous.
How do you know that? If they're inherently monogamous, why are they all going out and fuck these guys?
Biologically, women are monogamous. Sure, they can develop their own opinions and do whatever they want.
Okay, no. Okay,
sure,
wait.
I don't disagree with that.
When you invoke biology, that's like purely scientific, and like you gotta have some science to back it up. Where is the science that backs this up?
All of human history.
Human history is not scientific history. Those are two very distinct things.
What do you mean,
Human history is very much formed by like culture and religion and whatnot, not by biology.
And the guy who's the strongest made the most children. That's how it worked.
That's actually not how it works. What the fuck?
Explain.
How many kids does Brock Lesnar have?
I'm not talking about now. Like, we're talking about religion. I'm expecting to go way back.
Even easier. If you look at like apes right now, right? That's a very good parallel, right?
No, if you can give me somebody right now, if you can give me somebody right now who isn't scientifically strong, scientifically like has all these things going for him, and you can be like, oh, this guy's a fucking nerd. He's fucking weak as fuck. He's everything. He's this. I'll believe you.
Jeff Bezos. Mark Zuckerberg. The Zuck.
Jeff Bezos is a millionaire and he controls a giant capital of a
Yeah, but before he was big and buff, he looked kind of nerdy and shit, but he still got like hot chicks.
But that's the capitalism part.
Sure. So
right?
You can see how,
it's about power.
Okay,
like,
but you see how capitalism doesn't necessarily tie into biology directly, right? You see how there's...
No. It 100% does.
To a certain extent, yeah. But
to a certain extent, I understand what you're saying.
We're not talking about genetic superiority here. When you talk about some guy who's just set up a bookstore.
No, I'm not trying to say genetic superiority. Like, I'm not trying to be like that. Like, I'm just trying to say, like, plain and simply, like, people who make it, they make it. Like, I'm not trying to say, oh, white people are the best. They're the greatest. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, no,
I don't give a fuck.
That's not what I meant either. But, like, I meant in terms of, like, physical genetics. Like,
physical genetics.
Like Brock Lesnar versus me.
In this society, it doesn't matter who has physical genetics. Anybody can do it. You can... I
feel like it still matters to some extent, dude. These firefighter dudes...
If you wanted to be a firefighter... Hey, no, man. If you want to be a firefighter, you could.
Maybe.
My cousin was a firefighter.
But it's a lot harder for me to be a firefighter than Brock Lesnar.
Man, I got fucking one eye. I got one eye and I could have been a firefighter. The only thing
not too late.
Hey, the only thing I'm not allowed to be is a police officer and a pilot.
Okay. That's probably...
Isn't that fucked up, though? Isn't that fucked up? I can't be certain things because I got one eye.
Well, that's not that fucked up, right? Imagine if, like, I couldn't drive, if I had no arms, like, and I was driving, you'd be like, what the fuck? No? Imagine
I can still see you got no arms, motherfucker.
What do you mean?
You got no arms and you're driving. I can still see you have no arms. Why the fuck are you driving?
Exactly.
Why the fuck are you driving?
So if you had, like, a cop that didn't have one eye, that might be a problem. Sometimes.
But, like, what's the difference?
Like,
you know what I mean? See, your
vision isn't perfect, right? So, like, if you were in, like, a shootout, like, that might turn into a problem. Right?
Well, what's the difference?
Well, you might be
anybody else with visual impairments is allowed, but you can't have one eye.
Yeah, I don't know.
See?
I have no idea.
That's where the complexities come in part,
Life is hard, man. Life is weird like that. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, man. We'll see you again sometime, yeah?
Who gives a fuck about any of this shit?
I know, right? Have a good night, man.
I'm just trying to make a good video for you.
Sweet. Right? Much appreciated, man.
Love you, brother.
Take care. Have a good night. See ya.
Thank you so much for driving.
No worries, man. You take care.
I got all my shit. You have all your shit.
I got it, man. Bye-bye.